can't stop me longing for your eyes. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold, I won't be alone. We won't be my skin. How could love wear so thin? I'm sinking in the hollow ground. Nothing can stop me wanting you somehow. I won't let it die. I can feel you when you're not. Feeling nothing at all. Think it's time for a change. I've been afraid of nerves. Figured they'd only hurt. I just need to have faith. Keep me from keeping me down. Even me out. Free me, so I'm not afraid. Gotta let it go. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. Gotta let it go. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. I'm over catching, let it fly. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. I'm over catching, let it fly. Let it flutter. Let it flutter. So what if I make a fool? My ego can only bruise. It's nothing that I can't take. It's better than being numb, waiting for it flutter, let it flutter. Gotta let it go. Let it flutter, let it flutter. Gotta let it go. Let it flutter, let it flutter. I'm over catching butterflies. Let it flutter, let it flutter. I'm over catching butterflies. Let it flutter, let it flutter.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. Woo. Hello everybody! Hi! How's everybody doing today? It is a Tuesday. I'm streaming. I was going to record a few videos today, but I'm just gonna focus on streaming, not recording. Yeah. I might just do that later on, who knows. But I just got out of the shower, I just gave my dog some food, let him outside, and started on some more laundry. So all I need to do now is my model is it. So the last thing I need to do before we actually get into anything is post it on Twitter. That, and then we do that. There we go. Posted. There we go. We're good now, hey? So, today we are playing UCN by the title, so we're going to pause music and everything. We're gonna pause the music. Sorry, but we're gonna pause the music because UCN. Alright, now let's switch over. And then it should be appearing. There we go. Yay! Okay. So, I forget everything. Outfit starts at a cool 50 degrees, start match with 3 fast coins, start power with 102% power, or DD repel. Let's do... Can we have multiple? Ooh, we can have multiple. So let's do DD repel and frigid. For now, let's just do DD repel, and then... Which ones are we gonna have? We're gonna have the main ones. Okay, so I do remember Bonnie and Foxy, original Bonnie and Foxy, are in Pirate's Cove together, and you can use the figurines on the desk to find out who is who. Bonnie hates it when you look at him. You need to look at Foxy though, or he will slowly put himself back together in your office. I know that much. While Chica doesn't care if the music box is wound up, she can grow tired of the selection playing when the sounds of pots and pans stops. You only have a short amount of time to change music or the global. So global music box soothes her, but also when there's no clanging, change music. Got it. He approaches from left hall. Keep track of him on the monitor and shut the door when he is standing in the doorway. He moves faster as the building gets warmer. So keep building cool. So let's focus this on the original 4 for now. Power generator, silent ventilation, heater, power AC, global music box, all off. Okay, so that's 1 to 6. All off is 6, 5 is global music box, and then 4 is power AC, and then 2, 1. I won't need to use heater whatsoever. Flashlight is Z. Close forward vent, close left door. Monitor, close right door, close side vent. Don't need this, don't need this. Desk fan on, off. Hold escape, return to menu. Okay. So immediately, we are going to turn off desk fan. Dum bum ba da bum. It's quiet. Immediately, desk fan is off. All I need to do is close the left door, right? Alright. Currently it's Foxy's. Foxy Empire Code. Fuck off. Where's Freddy? I do not know where Freddy is. So first thing we're gonna do. Shit. Sorry, Bonnie. Two a.m.
Yar, me bird likes you, so I'll do ye a favor.
1% power, 60 soundproof. Let's do soundproof, then let's do power AC. Reset the ventilation. I am so sorry. It's 3 a.m. It's Foxy. Keeping an eye on the floor. Fuck off, Bonnie. Okay, it's Foxy.
Yarg, how may I be of service to ya?
Give me 1% power. Stay there. Bonnie is still there. Just soothing Bonnie now. Turn that on now. I need to check cams, Bonnie. Bonnie, I need to check cams.
Yar, what can I do for ya?
Fuck. I was an hour away. It was 1 hour away. Please. Switch. Come on. 6 a.m. Fuck yeah, motherfuckers. Fuck off. Woo! You did it. Yay. Take this for your troubles. 3 coins. Wow. Lovely. Okay, so Oh, you can change your office. FNAF 4 location. Is that the FNAF 3 location? Okay, so challenges. There's no challenges. We need to get used to... So... I hate the Bonnie Foxy mechanic. Especially since you run out of ventilation so quickly. And like silent ventilation does nothing either, so... I don't know. He sits in the parts and service room playing Five Nights with Mr. Hugs on his big screen TV. Pick the Cam's toy. I really don't like this. I really don't like this. This game is kind of boring. Cause like, I don't want to set all to 1 because I don't know what half these characters do. And it's a lot of information. So we need to play his game. So FNAF 2. Vent. So. You may be wondering why I just exited out of that. I'm bored. I am incredibly bored right now. I kind of want to play Touchstarved. I kind of want to play Touchstarved. Want to play Touchstarved? We'll play Touchstarved. Shit. Hold on, I'm changing the stream information. Everything should be switched. Alright, everything should be switched now, and then to change this. And then it should pay our back. Yeah, it's on screen now. So we have VOD, Leander, Eyes, Kuras, and Min. I cannot decide if I like the middle 3 more. Alright, let's continue. This is where we were to last time. We had just completed this part. I don't know why, but I have an obsession with Touchstarved now. Let's roll back a little bit. Recap on what just happened. So we met Eyes. That little bastard. We met Eyes. He knows he's hot. So he doesn't really care. And then we were led away from his place in the barren land with all of the monsters. By a puppy monster. And I love the puppy monster. And as soon as we got into the city, everything was deathly, eerily quiet, and we ran into the monster that was at the beginning of the game, that we had our arm chopped off by. And then Min here, the tsundere he is, he saved us, and then Kuras came along because we were lost. And now he's leading us back to the Bloodhound's Inn, so that we can sleep. But we'll stay right here and continue from here. Here we are. He moves toward the door and Min lets out an audible huff. Don't tell me you're going in. I have some quick business with Leander. Fine. He still owes me for yesterday's work. I'm not gonna do voices for them because I'll get their voices mixed up, so I'm just gonna name them out how I would read them in my head. So I'm not gonna do any special voices or deep voices for them because my voice will actually hate me for the rest of the day. And I got work tomorrow, and my work involves a lot of talking, so I'm gonna save my voice while I can, if I can. They drag their feet, reluctantly trailing me into the tavern. As soon as the doors open, a wave of sticky heat rolls over me. In the hours since I left, the wick has grown suffocatingly crowded. Kara stands out, easily a head taller than most. Even so, I nearly lose sight of him amid the sea of swarming bodies. Pardon me. The crowd parts as though answering his request. Karis glances over his shoulder at Min and me before gliding through. How can anyone breathe in here? Min follows Karis at a clipped pace. Leander is right where I left him, although he's traded places with the bartender. He holds a pair of shot glasses filled to the brim with luminous green liquid. And now for the finishing touch. A flash of magic paints the glasses white with frost. You're never gonna guess what's in these. Leander slides the glasses across the bar and I get my third and fourth shots of the evening in rapid succession. Eyes leans against the bar, an elbow propped up on the counter. He catches the glasses and lifts one to the light before turning it upside down. The contents, magically congealed, stay firmly in place. You're supposed to make drinks, pretty boy. Don't tell me you're wasted already. Fair, perched on the bar's counter beside Eyes, takes a single look at the shot glass and shakes his head. What have we here? A bucket full of boogers? Leander's nose treasure? You've eaten worse. Fair's lips twitch and his ears flatten when Eyes offers him a glass. He turns his cheek with a sniff, and Eyes just snickers. Coward. Don't tell me you're actually... In one fluid motion, Eyes throws back his head and downs the shot. I think I like Eyes more. I think I like Eyes. He actually called Fair a coward. And I call anyone who is too scared to do anything coward. I just do this. Coward. And then I do it for them. Like walking on a ledge. Coward. I will jump if I have to, but let me walk first and I can show you how it's done. Because, like, my sister and her friend and me, well, more my friend than hers now, but, we used to hike a lot, especially on the edges of cliffs to the point that if one wrong movement and the whole thing is sliding down in a rock slide. That's the situations we were in. And, like, every time my sister would be too scared because she knows it will fall. And I'm just like, oh, you fucking coward. Just step 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, 4 step, and you're across. That's it. Don't go fast, but don't go slow. Going too fast will shake it up, but going too slow will put your weight there for unnecessarily long time. So it's just go in between, I guess. But yeah, I'm Ice. Ice is my personality, man. And drinking that. Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're actually in one fluid motion. Ice throws his head back and downs the shot, drinking that. A dark look crosses Ice's face. It's Chewy. Chewy? Wait, let me try again. Behind me, Min grumbles. I told you this place was a nest of degenerates. If it isn't Kuras and Min. At the sound of Leander's voice, Min's pale eyes grow wide. They look ready to bolt until Kuras sets a hand on their shoulder. I promise this will not take long. Min's eyes dart from Kuras' hand to his face, then soften. Fine, you first. While they step forward, I linger behind, struck by a sudden revelation. All of the people I've met today know each other. Good evening, Leander. Eyes. Another drinking competition, I presume? Oh, shit. He's shit-faced. He's him, and Bear just wants to leave. Oh, is it evening already? Could have sworn it was earlier. Just some friendly rivalry, Doctor. Nothing to be afraid of. Kuras acknowledges Leander and Eyes with the slightest nod, ignoring Bear entirely. Not that Bear seems to mind. Ooh, is there history? Is there history there? Huh? He tilts his head and an impish smile curves his lips when he spots Min looming silently behind Kuras. I almost didn't see you there, Min. Looking for your booster seat? I love the little ponytail! It's a little ponytail! Oh, I fucking love that. I don't know what it is with me and boys. I don't know what it is with me and boys with long hair, but I fucking love them. Min pushes their hood back. Min pushes back their hood. They level Bear with a cool look. I thought Eyes wasn't allowed to bring his pets in here. Bear's tail gives an angry twitch. Fan service. There's Eyes, Leander, Kuras, Min. Kuras is just like, come on! Don't be so, cat-like. At the first sign of an impending fight, Leander vaults clear over the counter. He slides in between Eyes and Kuras. Now, let's try and keep the peace. It's not every day the esteemed doctor takes us up on a drink. His arm snakes around Kuras' shoulders. You are finally taking me up on that drink, right, Kuras? I am afraid not. We are merely escorting Shadow back through their lodgings. Kuras gestures in my direction and my stomach sinks. I reluctantly step into the light. As soon as he sees me, Leander's face brightens. Shadow, it's been too long. Everyone, this is Shadow. They are new to Iridia. I feel 5 pairs of eyes fix onto me, and suddenly the bar feels suffocatingly small. My voice nearly catches in my throat. Okay, so, let me just turn the detective back on. So, what if I can choose every single boy? What if I don't have to pick a path? What if I can pick a path that has all 5 of them as my lovers? This is my polyamorous self speaking right now. If you didn't know, I am pansexual polyamorous, if I had to label, but I love who I love, and if they're a boy, girl, in between, or whatever, I don't really care. But, what if I can have all 5 of them? I'm just thinking of the implications of that, and it's making my brain go brrr. It's making my brain go brrr. Holy fuck! Okay, I'm cold. Okay, we're kind of continuing on. I can't speak. Woo. But what if I can have all 5 of them? Please tell me there's a path I can pick that has all 5 of them on it. I want to pick all 5. I don't want to pick just one. I feel 5 pairs of eyes fixed onto me, and suddenly the bar feels suffocatingly small. My voice nearly catches in my throat. If not 5, then 4, and if not 4, then 3. At least 3. At least. Or even 2. I'm fine with 2. I'm fine with 2. But like, if I can, 3. If it's possible, 4. And if it's impossibly possible, all 5. Just so one doesn't have to be left out. My voice nearly catches in my throat. Hi, again. We've already met. Actually, I've already met everyone. You've already met? Fuck yeah! Wow, he smiles! The devilish smile. I love the ears. If I'm choosing eyes, I'm choosing eyes. I don't care. I'm choosing eyes. Ice and Bear level me with subtly amused expressions. Bear's tail gives a lazy wag. We did not that long ago either. I'm starting to suspect they're stalking me. He looks far too pleased with himself when I roll my eyes. Oh! All of the boys! I love his outfit, by the way. I love his outfit, I love his looks, his personality, and his personality. I don't know, I love all 5 of them. They complete this. Somehow. Like, if Min wasn't there, it wouldn't be complete. Though why do all of them have brown hair? One of them has white, one of them has fucking red. Why does all 3 of the men that I like have brown hair? What? And also anime protagonist. Anyway. This calls for drinks. What does everyone want? In an instant, they all turn to Leander, freeing me from the burden of attention. I still can't believe they all know each other. Watching them talk amongst themselves feels surreal. But for the first time since I undertook the journey to Iridia, I feel a faint glimmer of hope. I know I was meant to meet them. The low, pleasant rumble of Leander's laughter pulls me from my restless thoughts. Ha! Well, color me surprised. We make friends fast, Shadow. I wouldn't go that far. We're more like acquaintances? A wise man once said that acquaintances are merely friends you haven't shared a drink with yet. A wise man? You said that here, last week. I can hear Min's lip curl with distaste from across the bar. Leander clears his throat and continues, unperturbed. Unperturbed, there we go. Let's toast to Shadow's health. Care to join in, Doctor? Kuras politely declines with a wave of his hand. How about you, Min? No. Are you? Yeah, no. A resounding pop pierces the din at the bar. We all turn in the direction of the noise. Bear looks almost bashful as he accepts an overflowing flute from the bartender, poured into a bottle so old its label has been worn blank. They serve champagne here? Sense of when? Bear pauses in the middle of licking champagne foam from his fingers with a coy smile. You don't mind, do you? In a transformation as impressive as his magic trick, the concern on Leander's face vanishes. He laughs softly. No, be my guest. I know you've got expensive taste. Haha. Then he shoots the bartender a frantic look. Unbothered or uninterested in his company, he cans his head at me, a light smile on his lips. How about you, Sparrow? I did say I'd buy you a drink earlier. No, my treat. They're fighting over giving me a treat. A drink, not a treat. A drink. I'm not an animal. Bear's the one with the treats. Ice regards Leander's over the lip of his glass. In the dim light, the glint in his crimson eyes looks downright dangerous. What'll it be, Shadow? I'll take that drink or water's fine. Oh. Bob. Water's fine. Allow me. What if I said I'll take that drink? I think we are going to go with the drink part. Let me try water again. Okay, so we'll go with water for now. We can always go back. Save. We can always go back. I doubt we will. Allow me. Leander pushes away from the counter to go flag down the bartender, leaving me with Kuras and more distantly Min. I'm not the least bit surprised that neither has bothered ordering anything. They both seem ready to leave at a moment's notice. Water is a wise choice. Is that your doctor's duty to encourage sobriety? But Kuras shakes his head with a patient smile. The drinks here are notoriously watered down, most likely to cut costs, but it only encourages the patrons to overindulge. Min looks up from adjusting the laces of one of their bracers. The only reason anyone bothers coming here is for the cheap rooms and cheaper drinks. Perfect conditions for terrible mistakes. It almost sounds like you're speaking from experience. Their pale face reddens, and they look away scowling. Leander returns with a glass of water that I accept with a hummed thanks. With a murmured thanks, he claps, drawing the attention of the group. Alright everyone, let's toast! May Shadow's stay in Iridia be full of bright adventures and discoveries. Cheers. Prost. Gamba. Leander, Ice, and Vare raise their glasses in union. Min only crosses their arms and Kuras watches with polite indifference. The water is bitter, cold, and tastes faintly metallic, but I savor it all the same. Gradually, the din of the overcrowded bar fades to a low murmuring. Shit, fuck, bitch, cunt. There we go. I find myself relaxing for what feels like the first time in years. Aren't you the popular one, Shadow? I'm guessing you met Kuras first. It would be more accurate to say that I found them. He saved my life. I merely performed my duty as a doctor. Although I must admit that I was confused when I woke up missing all my clothes. Leander makes a choked noise, somewhere behind him in size. It's not what you think! Shadow was in grave condition. I could hardly treat such injuries through tattered clothes. The silence... Fuck, I can't read anymore. The silence that follows stretches uncomfortably long. I look away, unable to face Kuras' disappointment, and catch Vare snickering from behind his hand. That's my cue to change the topic. Kuras isn't the only one who saved me today. Don't you listen? I didn't save you. You were simply there. That's Min for you. Leander reaches for Min, but they duck under his arm with practiced ease, without so much as looking his way. As reliable as they are moody. You're the one to talk concerning your neglect. You neglected to warn them to stay off the streets at night. Oh, I might have gotten a little distracted. It's the blush for me! Min's only response is a short breath. At any rate, I never got the chance to thank you, Min. Don't. The less soul that's alive, the better. For a heartbeat, Min's eyes flick towards Eyes, and their lips twist. Eyes is too busy nodding along to Vare's enthusiastic pantomime of stabbing to notice. lost, no doubt, in an enthralling discussion. I can't fucking speak. I've had enough of this hellhole. Let's go. Min and Kuras share a brief look. Then the doctor speaks up. Very well, but there is something that I must discuss with Leander, if you'll excuse us, Shadow. And just like that, the three of them depart, leaving me alone to sip my water in silence. Or so I think until I hear a voice so soft and low it's practically a purr. Lost your tour guide? I turn to find crimson and pink eyes trained on me. It's not lost on me that they choose the instance the others left their strike. Just my luck. Oh, his hair is white at the bottom. I didn't notice that. I had to be abandoned with the two most irritating people I've met all day. Monsters or not, there's no telling what I'll do if either of them push me again. Don't tell me Leander already snuck off to get his knob slobbered out back. Okay, fuck. He's got business with Kuras and Min. She won one business, Isn't he lucky? I can't tell if it's the champagne or the company, but Veer has grown noticeably more relaxed. He sits with his chin propped up on the back of his hand. His ears twitch whenever a hiccup shakes his shoulders. Why are you so far away? Come, join us. He pats the empty bar stool beside Eyes, but I hesitate. The small Veer wears is sweet and distinctly sly, and with the drinks in the mix, I dread how he and Eyes will mess with me next. We don't bite. I am not sure about that. Just hours ago, he tried to rob me and you threatened me. Me? Steal? Surely you must be mistaken. You sure it was me? Yes, it was you, and then you had the gall to kick me out just so you could go drinking. He gives another one of his shrugs. I was lonely. A simpler answer than I expected, but I guess I can't fault him for that. Veer suddenly slumps forward, gossamer sleeves spooling where he rests his elbows on his knees. Ice sits with a hand on Veer's waist, narrowly preventing him from tipping off the counter. How about we start fresh, Begin with proper introductions, get off on the right foot and whatnot, I'll start. The name's Veer, hunter extraordinaire. Veer's right hand flutters to his chest, and he bows his head, flinching when his hair falls into his eyes. Eyes doesn't say anything, so I suppose it's my turn now. Shadow. It's Shadow. Veer considers me for a long moment, his tail idly swaying behind him. Then he knocks back the rest of his champagne. It's a pleasure to formally meet you, Shadow. He says my name slowly and deliberately, savoring every syllable. A tingle jumps down my spine. I quickly turn my gaze away. So the way that he said it would be slowly, deliberately, savoring every syllable. Shadow? Right? I don't know. Okay. Eyes smirks at my reaction over the rim of his glass. Is something funny? Nope. I open my mouth and close it just as quickly. They want me to react, goading me into another ridiculous game. While their sharp cat-like eyes keep me on edge, something about this tension is fun. You always have fun with monsters, don't you? It must be the exhaustion. A flash of white over Eyes' shoulders catches my eye. Across the bar, Kuras heads for the door. I don't see Leander or Min, but it feels wrong to let him leave without saying goodbye. I'll be back. Veer hums and wags his fingers at me as I leave. I slip through the crowd, careful not to touch anything, but just as I'm nearing Kuras... Is it Kuras or Kuras? I don't know, Kuras. I stagger, shoulder checked by a man with a neck thicker than both my thighs. He stares down at me, nostrils flaring. Out of my way, shitstain. Asshole. I mutter while massaging my throbbing elbow. The roughneck wheels around, shoving a bloodhound out of the way so he can close in on me. What did you say? He shoves me backwards, sending me stumbling to the sticky floor. I'm fine, but my heart leaps into my throat when I see the roughneck bearing down on me. You trying to start something here? The roughneck freezes, his fist cocked back. A group of bloodhounds called by the commotion circle him, sizing him up. For what feels like an agonizingly long time, the roughneck looks from me to the bloodhounds. Finally, he sniffs and spits on the floor next to me. The lob narrowly misses my cheek. Screw it, too many freaks in this circus tonight. He turns his back on me and comes face to face with Eyes. A dangerous smile spreads across his face. You'll do. What happens next is a blur. Eyes' fist crashes into the roughneck's jaw, causing an eruption of gasps, shouts, and even cheers around us. I scramble to my feet as the frantic crowd swarms around me. I missed a word. I scramble to my feet right as the frantic crowd swarms around me, cutting off my sight and everything and everyone. Through the ruckus, I hear Leander shouting, Hey, Eyes, take it outside. Ignore them, everyone. Look, drinks are on me. With those 4 words, the wick erupts with hoots and hollers. The ring around me disperses as bloodhounds and onlookers rush towards the bar. Through the thinning crowd, I catch glimpses of familiar faces. Eyes vanishes out the back, dragging the roughneck behind him. Kuras lingers near the door, searching, I suspect, for any wounded before he departs. Min draws their hood up tight as they slip out a side door, while Vera leans over the counter to swipe a glass of wine from behind the bar. And Leander, seated at the opposite end of the bar, gestures dramatically and apologetically to the bartender. In the space of a heartbeat, I realize that there's no telling when or if I'll see any of them ever again. Whoever I pursue may be the last person I get to speak to tonight. I follow. Fuck! No! You're making me choose! Why can't I just go to bed? I just want to go to bed. Just let me go up to my room and go to bed. Ah! I know Vera's fine. I know Leander is fine. I might have to go with Kuras. Min doesn't need me. We're going to Eyes. Fuck. We're going to Eyes, aren't we? Anyone who is in the comments, please make up my mind for me. We don't need to go to Leander. He's at the bar. We don't need to go to Vera. He's at the bar. Min, who knows? Kuras, who knows? Eyes, who knows? So we have 5 options. We have 5 options. Sorry if I'm yelling. We have 5 options. Fuck. Okay, so we're going to start from the bottom and work our way down. Got it? Okay. Eyes. The last person I get to speak to tonight. Morbid curiosity draws me after Eyes. I slink out of the back of the wet wick. The alley's dead silent, not really what I expected from a fight. A dull crunch reaches my ears, then a thud. I peer around the corner of the building, careful to keep hidden. Is Eyes killing the man? Dark, glistening red spatters the ground, spidering through the seams of cobblestone. It guides my eye to a collapsed body across from me. Once so violent, the roughneck is now little more than a sack of crumpled flesh blotted with mud. Eyes exhales, his breath misting against the cold air. Blood flecks his knuckles as he looms over the motionless body, his feet on either side of it. Fear spreads like ice in my bones. Moments ago, he was joking and friendly with the others, but now... Eyes' crimson eyes follow me in the dark. Not running, Sparrow? I warily rise to my feet, moonlight illuminating my face. I thought I was out of sight. Got Eyes in the back of my head. Eyes steps off the roughneck. My eyes stay locked on the body. It's wet with layers of blood and grime, completely still. He's alive. Are you sure? Calling me a killer or a liar? I don't want to call him either. It's not a killer, but I could go with liar. Fuck. I don't know how he will react to either one. So killer, he could get offended. Liar, he could get offended. One could be more offensive than the other. I don't know which one to pick. Let's go with liar. Liar, which I guess is both. In that case, he's dead. I squint and he smirks back. Don't believe me? To be honest, it's hard to believe anything coming out of your mouth. I'm a liar after all. His bloody knuckles catch his attention. He tries to rub them clean but ends up smearing the blood around more. I keep making bad impressions on you. I didn't know you cared about my opinion. Just prefer you didn't piss yourself when we talk. Annoyance bubbles in my chest. Well, I'm not pissing myself, even with your bad impressions. Like the first time we met, Eyes chips away at my fear, replacing it with irritation instead. Eyes kneels beside the roughneck and frisks him. I can't help but wonder if the crime was worth the punishment, but I hold my tongue. Deftly, Eyes' hands search throughout the roughneck's pockets. Eyes' hands search through the roughneck's pockets. It doesn't take him long to find his prize, a cigarette and a matchbox. He strikes a match. Sparks light up his angular features with a golden glow. It's distracting for a moment, but my gaze inevitably drops back to the muddy body. You're just gonna leave him there? Eyes draws deep from the cigarette. He exhales heavily, smoke curling past his lips. I breathe in the sweet, spiced scents of cloves. As his tension melts away, he looks at me with cool, lidded eyes. Should I give him a blanket? Unbothered by the maybe corpse, he takes a seat on a crate opposite the bar. I stand awkwardly, forgetting why I came out here in the first place. An unpleasant silence stretches between us. Weather's nice. Cold, murky, and humid, he means. I want to believe he's teasing me, but for all I know, this is pleasant for Heredia. Was Princess good company? Who? He takes another long drag. His metal rings catch the light of the cigarette in a flash of red. The Solace who escorted you back. You named it Princess? Jealous? I return his smile. You have no idea. I think your nickname's more fitting. Sparrow, not sure where Eyes got it from. Maybe I should tell him to call me by my name, but it's kind of nice. Not that I'd ever tell him that. Before I can dissect my feelings. Before I can dissect my feelings, I quickly change the subject back to the Solace. She was cute. She was kind of cute in a weird way. I glanced absent-mindedly at my hand, remembering how she'd nuzzled into my palm at my touch. Isis' eyes softened for a brief moment. Her tail wouldn't stop going when she got back. The group of them don't get much attention. Think she's cute now? Wait till you see her tricks. You taught her tricks? Princess is a smart one. She'll learn anything if you have the right rewards. Sounds about right. The idea of tamed Solace is still so outlandish to me. I was mauled by a mindless, bloodthirsty beast, and he's talking about them like they're pets. But it's possible, all because of the sea spring. I need to get the answers he wouldn't give me before. I carefully take a seat beside him on the crate, contemplating my strategy. He doesn't seem to mind. He closes his eyes, tilts back his head against the wall, relaxed. Without the pressure of his intense gaze, I feel myself ease up too, as long as I keep my attention away from the bloody heap across from us. I glance over at Eyes and allow my eyes to linger. A sea glass-colored tattoo spirals up his arm, painting over grooves of muscle. Silver jewelry glints in the moonlight. It draws my eyes to his bare chest, rough hands, curved jaw. His ears, his horns, his pupils, everything about him is sharp, even the fangs that only show when he grins. But as dangerous as he appears, I can't help wanting to know more. I wonder how recently he crossed over to this world, and why. What's your verdict? I whip my head in the opposite direction. What verdict? Got a long good luck. Are you impressed, or do I need work? My face grows hot. I've seen worse. You're annoying. I've seen worse. We're being tsundere, say. I guess I've seen worse. He responds with a low chuckle, draped in smoke. Keep staring then. My embarrassment spikes. Without thinking, I blurt out a changing topic. I have questions about the sea spring. Boredom eclipses his amusement in an instant, and he closes his eyes again. Of course you do. I thought I made myself clear what you'd be giving up. Before you kicked me out to go drinking, I still need to know more. My turn for a question. It sounds more like an order than anything else. I bristle under his narrowed gaze. Fine. He takes a long pull from his cigarette and lets the smoke trail slowly from his lips. You curse. Sorry, I need a drink. My tongue feels chalky. Anyway. What about it? This song and dance is all too familiar. The selfish questions come first. What does it do? Is it painful? Can you control it? I brace myself for the inevitable onslaught. Is the thought of living with it really so unbearable? My dread dies with his words. No one has asked me that before. You've survived this long. Unless you're running out of time, I'd wonder if it's really worth the sacrifice. He flicks the cigarette aside and props his head on blood-smeared knuckles. But what do I know? I'm just an outsider. My fingers first fuss with the trim of my cloak. Ordinarily, I'd feel annoyed, but now my chest feels tight. You could have sold me if you were less honest. You're a shit salesman. Thought I was a liar. I changed my mind. We lapse into silence again. This time, it's surprisingly nice. The quiet, chilled air is a calming reprieve. You know, you didn't seem like an outsider back at the bar. A lot of people like you. Eyes raises a brow at me. I start by asking about... Kuras and Leander. Again, starting from the top, working our way down, hey? Ver. I was surprised to see that you and Ver are close. Blessing and a curse. From what I've gathered, most people think he's, I don't know, an asshole? And water's wet. I wait for him to elaborate or add his thoughts, but he doesn't. So what do you like about him? He lets out a quiet laugh, as if amused by my question. A lot of things. You already named one. You like that he's an asshole. Temperament matches the drapes. Looks good in blood and better in tears. Favorite thing's the tail. Sometimes it frizzes up if you... He catches himself, clears his throat. It's hard not to let the disappointment show in my expression. Ver is one of the most honest people you'll meet. Just don't listen to a single thing he says. Those sound like complete opposites to me. And then Kuras. Hold on. We are going to raid someone after this, though. I didn't know that you and Kuras were friends. In a way, I help him in the clinic sometimes. Doctor doesn't let most people closer than an arm's length. You do? Heart's on my sleeve. Get the sense Kuras was like that in the past. Must have been burned. He trails off after the last few words, then shrugs. He opens up in his own ways, if he's relaxed enough. I don't know how to even imagine that. You'd be surprised. Even the doctor has an endearing side. I can't decide what's more intriguing, the fact that Kuras has an endearing side, or the idea that Ice has managed to coax it out of him. Ooh. Is there history there? Tell me if you uncover any of his other secrets. I'd kill to know more. Min. Maybe Min doesn't necessarily like you, but they definitely pay attention to you. Ice's reaction takes me off guard. He growls, pinches the bridge of his nose, as exasperated as I've ever seen him. I make enemies as easily as I breathe, Sparrow. Doesn't bother me. But that dove's got it out for me for no reason. Maybe they are unsettled by the sea spring? It's not about that. Goes without saying that they've got some issues. Don't think they understand that you catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Honey has left a bad taste in my mouth in the past. It could be the same for them. At least you're capable of conversation. Do me a favor and teach the dove some manners. Thought they'd lay off eventually if I didn't bite. Hasn't happened yet. I briefly considered the possibility that Min wants to get bitten. I'm not about to propose that, though. Fuck. It's the kinks for me. There's been a lot of allusion to kinks here, man. Let's do Leander next. You and Leander clearly get along well. You like Leander? Doesn't everyone? He's helped me a lot since I arrived in Iridia. He even got me a free room at the Wetwick. His charm has gotten him far, but for a leader, he sure likes it when others take control. Ha! Ha ha! Ha! There's history there. Smirk says it all. There's definitely history there. Has all of the boys fucked each other? If so, it's not hard to imagine polyamory here. Man. Part of me desperately wants to ask what he means, but Eyes continues before I get the chance. Surprised we get along? I thought you'd be at each other's throats instead of drinking buddies. His smile is easy, but there's a dangerous edge to it. Leander's done a good job for a human. Naturally, there will come a time when his resolve is tested. Same could be said for anyone in this plane or the next. Bum bum ba-da-ba. As for my resolve, well, stick around in Iridia long enough and you'll find out. I nod slowly. I can't decide if it sounds like a promise or a threat. Got any more observations, Sparrow? My main point is that, speaking from experience, being an outsider usually means you don't have friends. I don't. I level him with a tired look. Fine, I'll confess, I have one friend. Don't say yourself. Arcudius. Arcudius. I think it's Arcudius? Or Ocidus? Ocidus, I think. Odysseus. Yeah, it's Ocidus, isn't it? Ocular. No. But that's double C. How would one pronounce O-C-U-D-E-U-S? Deuce is D-E-U-S. So is it Oc or Os? Ocidus? Because sometimes you have an I sound. So is it Ostiudus or Ocidus? Ocidus? I'm going with Ostiudus. 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 I'm going with Ostiudus. My skin prickles at the name, hair standing on end. Who's that? A friend. It lives in my head. It lives in your head. Eyes taps his temple with a finger. Right here. Scared you off yet? That'd be the third bad impression I've made on you today. I'm stunned for a long moment, processing what he just told me. Then I burst into a fit of laughter. You're serious? Eyes grins wide enough to flash his fangs. Deadly. It sounds so fucking absurd, I can't help it. On top of everything I've gone through today, it feels like I'm living a fever dream. I've come so close to death more times than I can count. Encountered tame soulless and horrifying group mind. And now I'm supposed to believe that there's someone living inside Eyes' head. There are tears in my eyes by the time I rein myself in. Eyes waits patiently. Lips quirked in amusement. Sorry, it just sounds so ridiculous. The tension that wound my shoulders so tightly has melted away, and for the first time in a long time, I feel like I can breathe. I feel better. Dukas, where in the rat's ass are you? Okay, I don't know how to pronounce that first word. Raucuus? I'm looking up the pronunciation of that one word. Uno momento. Okay, Raus. Raucous.
Raucous.
Raucous. Raucous, gruff shouts rise in the streets, echoed by the sound of heavy boots sloshing through the mud. The voices share a roughneck's accent. Oh fuck. The voices share the roughneck's accent from the bar. The same roughneck who is still maybe dead and lying bloodied across from us. I nearly forgot about him. I shove to my feet as their voices get louder. They're closing in quick. Eyes pulls me by the wrist out of the alley, away from beaming moonlight. We dive into a nook between the buildings, veiled in the shade of tattered canopies. No, fuck. Shit. We delve into a nook between the buildings, veiled in the shade of tattered canopies. It's a tight fit. Eyes boxes me in against the wall, his body all but pressed against mine as he towers over me. Capital? For the second time today, the heavy scent of smoke envelops me, but this time cut with the metallic tinge of someone else's blood. Ice pitches his voice low. Quiet. My heart leaps into my throat. I'm suddenly acutely aware of the heat radiating off of Ice's body, the feeling of his leg grazing my thigh, the closeness of his breath. This is bad. I squirm against him and earn a burning crimson glare. Do we really have to? His hand covers my mouth, muffling my whispers. He shakes his head. Don't. Damn, he's over here, Dukas. He's over here. Dukas, wake up, you bastard. A group of individuals, all brandishing spiked weapons, fill the alley. They all wear violet sashes, some kind of uniform. I wish I could see what they're doing, but Ice's arm all but blocks my sight. My eyes trail up the teal markings. They coil around his arm, his bicep. They lead up to Ice's collarbone, to the cords hanging around his neck. And to the smuggest smirk I've ever seen. Do we glare at him or stare at his chest? We're staring at the chest. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of options. My eyes dart away from his face, following the line of his necklace down to his chest. The way the pendant hangs above the line of his abdomen, just before the skin gets swallowed by darkness. A thrill jolts through me, my face hot beneath his touch. This can't be happening. Why am I getting worked up in this situation? Voices in the alley grab Ice's attention this time. Shit, he's got more broken ribs than whole ones. What kind of freak did this? Fan outlet, find the cocksucker responsible. You three, take Dukas back to the base. At least he's still breathing. The alley clears out as footsteps rush away from us. We stay still until they're distant, melting into the rumble of the corridor. Only then does Eyes take his hands off my mouth. When we finally step back into the moonlight, the night air is ice on my skin. I feel dazed and the need to keep my eyes off Eyes at all cost. Was that really necessary? The tremble to my voice is nothing but embarrassing. Bum, bum, ba, bum. Staying hidden was the best option. Would be a hassle to run into them with you there. What? Because I'm a deadweight? Because 3 bad impressions are enough for one day. The answer is too vague for my liking, but he's probably right. Either way, I don't have the energy to argue. Come on, Sparrow, let's get you home before you're framed for murder. Very funny. We reach the front of the wet wick too quickly. I hate to admit it, but I don't want to separate from Eyes yet. And not just because he never answered my questions. He's infuriating. As easily as he makes me feel on edge, he can make me feel safe, secure somehow. You know where to find me. At the creepiest place in the world. Take your time before you decide to drink. I happen to like your shitty attitude. It takes me a moment to process it. Then my eyes flutter down to my feet. I'll keep that in mind. With a glance back up from the crowd, Eyes is already down the street, disappearing into the throng of people. No fanfare, not even a wave. Asshole. Okay. So, we get to choose our fate. For right now, since we chose to follow Eyes, we're going to follow Eyes, okay? Let's read through the characters first. Ver, the chained charlatan. Ver serves as the warning of the dangers posed by the Cenobium. As cunning as he is curious, Ver finds you fascinating and insists that he can help. But trusting him means entrusting your life to a collared beast with a lethal reputation. Can Ver protect you, or are his honeyed words a trap waiting to snap shut? Leander, the heroic mage. Leander offers you something that should be impossible, a taste of normalcy, free of your curse. As the first person to withstand your touch, he could change your life, but some things are simply too good to be true. Leander promises to help unravel your curse, but at what cost? Eyes, the demon renegade. As an intimidating yet laid-back outsider, Eyes presides over a sea spring with unnerving powers. He offers you a miracle, but the price means submitting yourself to the horrifying presence at the heart of the spring. While you gaze into the abyss for answers, even at the risk of losing yourself. Kuras, a repentant angel. From all appearances, Kuras is a principled doctor of extraordinary skill, but you know little about the man beneath that professional mask, and Kuras keeps even his friends at a cool distance. If you uncover his deepest secrets, will you like what you find? Min, the cursed outsider. Despite their cold nature and familiarity with violence, Min is just as desperate as you to get into the Cenobium. You may be able to help each other, but they're keeping as many secrets as you. They claim they're dangerous, but could they be your only chance at getting into the Cenobium? So these last two are the only ones without cost. With Ver is, can he protect you, or are his honeyed words a trap? Leander is, his promises to help unravel your curse, but at what cost? All of these have a cost. Same with Eyes. Will you gaze into the abyss for answers, or even at the risk of losing yourself? Fuck, these all have costs aside from the last two. So we're going with Eyes first, since I chose Eyes to follow Eyes out of the tavern and not anybody else. We're going with Eyes. Currently, we are going to save first. Okay, we're gonna save here, and then we're gonna choose Eyes. Confirm. Thank you for playing. For more Touchstarved, visit www.redspringstudio. Follow Red Spring Studio on Twitter and Instagram. Okay, so does it all show up the same? Okay, I'm assuming it all shows the same. So we're going to go back. And we're going to follow Kuras instead. Hot on Kuras' heels, I squeeze my way out of the bar. Of everyone I've met, he seems the most likely to help me, and the least likely to murder me on a whim. Earlier this morning, he said oh my fucking god, voice crack. Earlier this morning, he said I could go to the clinic for help whenever I needed it. Time to see if that promise was actually worth anything. I breathe a sigh of relief once I'm free of the crowded bar. Kuras, hearing me, turns my way. Shadow? No, fuck! Shadow, you seem upset. I take it the Amaryllis district is not to your liking. The mage who raised me sometimes made bizarre comments about the Amaryllis district, and now I think I have an inkling of what she meant. That's not why I stepped out. You are not in need of treatment after that fall, are you? I scowl up at him and he holds out his hands in a mollifying gesture. I apologize, Shadow. Please continue. About time. Someone cuts right across me towards Kuras, stopping us both in the middle of the street. Even in the dim pink haze that seems to blanket everything, there's no mistaking the pressed white uniform and stiffly starched hat. Another Cenobium cleric. I hastily step back, making myself as inconspicuous as possible. Can I help you? Nervous onlookers hastily part around Kuras and the cleric. The two form an island of white in the sea of teeming color. Enough. You know why I'm here. Then I hope you find this edifying. Kuras reaches into his coat and produces 3 tiny glass vials, bound together with a thick leather cord. A silvery powder shimmers inside. He gently flicks the glass, watching the contents swirl, and extends the vial to the cleric. This is it. They look extremely unimpressed. Appearances can be deceiving. One moment. I gotta go now. I'm so sorry. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'll play music, let the preview catch up and all that, as per usual. You guys have a nice rest of your night, day, evening, whatever time it may be for you. Bye-bye.
I've been drinking Kool-Aid. Cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie. We'd play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies. Past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. They've been with me for some time, and it's nice to know that they still by my side. Friends are like stars, cause no matter how far, when it's dark outside, they will be your light. We'd play Halo, and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies. Past the days that we drank Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies. Past the days that we drank Kool-Aid in the summertime.